The world has changed. And none of us can go back. All we can do is our best. And sometimes the best that we can do is to start over.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 biggest MCU retcons.
But I see you've changed it up a bit since then. Grunge is a good look for you.
See, Loki, life is about growth, it's about change, but you seem to just want to stay the same.
Let's keep it. The world's changing.
For this list, we'll be going over the most notable changes or reveals in the franchise. We'll be looking at updates that either change the continuity of the MCU or our understanding of certain events. If there's a change you wish you could retcon onto our list, let us know in the comments in case we rectify it in the future. Number 10. Stan Lee's Many Identities Are One. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Are you Tony Stank?
Yes, this is Tony Stank. You're in the right place.
The late Stan Lee made many cameos in Marvel movies in and outside of the MCU. This famed Marvel Comics writer made audiences laugh by delivering a line or simply just showing up. While this initially was just par for the course, some enterprising fans postulated that somehow all these cameos were the same man. Inspired by the fandom, Marvel made that theory a reality in the second Guardians of the Galaxy film. Lee can be seen telling the cosmic observers known as the Watchers about his many lives during a few interludes.
Oh, man. Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, at that time, I was a Federal Express man.
This basically confirmed that he made all of his cameos as the same being with different identities. We love it when headcanon becomes real canon. Excelsior!
Hey, fellas. Hey, wait, where are you going? Hey, you were supposed to be my lift home. How'll I get out of here? Hey, gee, I've got so many more stories to tell.
Number 9. Thanos' motivations. The Avengers and Avengers Infinity War.
The entire time I knew Thanos, he only ever had one goal. To bring balance to the universe by wiping out half of all life.
Thanos is the world-conquering and violent warlord who acts as the Infinity Saga's main antagonist. His goal in the films is to stave off overpopulation by wiping out half of all life in the universe. Except that's not why he wants to kill half the universe in the comics. During the Titans' first appearance, his underling compares challenging humans to courting death.
To challenge them is to court death.
While this might sound like a turn of phrase, it's literal in the comics. Thanos wants to impress the personification of death by decimating half of life because he loves her. Although it's unconfirmed if this was the full plan for the films, his newer motivations feel like a retcon of his origins and paint him in a different light.
This universe is finite, its resources finite. If life is left unchecked, life will cease to exist. It needs correction.
You don't know that!
Number 8. The identity of the kid behind the mask. Iron Man 2.
Tony, I'm locked on. I have target lock. On what? On you!
During the second Iron Man movie, drones attack the Stark Expo in Queens. A young attendee in an Iron Man mask tries to fight one of them with a toy weapon. Fortunately, the real Iron Man comes to his rescue and congratulates the kid on a job well done.
Nice work, kid.
Since Tony would later give support to his mentee Spider-Man, fans thought it would be neat if this kid turned out to be Peter Parker. It turns out that Marvel agreed, and they retconned events so that this was always the case. While it's never brought up in the films, this early connection does help explain why Tony is such an inspiration to Peter. He was Peter's personal hero.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Sorry doesn't
I understand. I just wanted to be like you.
And I wanted you to be better.
Number 7. The Real Mandarin, the Marvel's Cinematic Universe. While we're on the subject of Iron Man retcons, one of his biggest villains was the subject of several reimaginings. In Iron Man 3, the man presumed to be the Mandarin was revealed to be an actor hired to play a part by the true mastermind.
Don't hurt the face. I'm an actor.
You got a minute to live. Fill it with words.
Just a role. The Mandarin, see, it's not real.
Aldrich Killian later claims to be the real Mandarin in the same film.
It was always me, Tony. Right from the start. I am the Mandarin!
However, in a later DVD one-shot, the true villain is revealed to still be out there.
You see, there's somebody who wants to meet you.
Do I know him?
No. But you took his name, and now he wants it back.
This retcon might have happened in response to the negative outcry to all these twists. The true Mandarin finally appears in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. We wonder if any of the villain's imitators will join his side.
Throughout my life, the Ten Rings gave our family power.
Number 6. The importance of Infinity Stones, the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
The Mind Stone is the fourth of the Infinity Stones to show up in the last few years. It's not a coincidence. Someone has been playing an intricate game and has made pawns of us.
Although the Infinity Saga comes together remarkably well for being 20 movies with one overarching plot, the Infinity Stones that kept appearing aren't as perfectly ingrained as they appear. The Space Stone began as the Tesseract.
We look beyond the Earth to the greater worlds. The Tesseract will unveil.
You don't have the Tesseract yet.
Meanwhile, the Mind Stone was just a nameless power source contained in Loki's scepter. Was this the plan all along? Probably not. None of these objects were even identified as Infinity Stones until Thor: The Dark World.
The Tesseract is already on Asgard. It is not wise to keep two Infinity Stones so close together.
Fortunately, the reveal worked out well, helped explain a few things, and paved the way for more retcons. The revelation that Loki was being influenced by the Mind Stone in his own scepter is just one of many changes we've seen.
What help were you in your cell? Who put me there?
Who put me there?
You know damn well. You know damn well who.
Number 5. The Vault Gauntlet was fake. Thor and Thor Ragnarok. Eagle-eyed viewers of the first Thor film managed to spot Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet in Odin's treasure room, sitting alongside other powerful objects. But this Easter egg created something of a continuity problem later on. Although we never see Thanos visit Asgard after 2011's Thor, we see that he's already in possession of the Infinity Gauntlet in 2015's Age of Ultron.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
This led the studio to devise a retcon wherein Hela claims the gauntlet in the vault is just a knockoff.
Odin's treasures.
Fake. Most of the stuff in here is fake.
While the gauntlet's initial appearance in Thor was great, Marvel made the right choice by giving the powerful item a different origin.
I made what he wanted. A device capable of harnessing the power of the stones.
Number 4. Gamora may not be the last of her kind. Guardians of the Galaxy and Avengers Infinity War.
Gamora, surgically modified and trained as a living weapon. The adopted daughter of the mad titan Thanos.
The Nova Corps lists Gamora as the last of her people during the lineup scene after she's captured by the Nova Corps in the first Guardians movie. However, in Infinity War, we learn Thanos typically wipes out half of a planet's population, and he also attacked Gamora's world. She and the Titan also discuss her people as if they continued living after the onslaught.
Do you know what's happened since then? The children born have known nothing but full bellies and clear skies. It's a paradise.
Either this is a big retcon or a serious calamity hit Gamora's people after Thanos attempted to save them. Since the Nova Corps also lists Peter Quill's alias as Space Lord, we'll take their information gathering skills with a grain of salt.
Good God.
It's a trick. He's a criminal.
Did he say why we should believe him?
Number 3. Hydra Agents Undercover, the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Hydra died with the Red Skull.
Cut off one head. Two more shall take its place.
Prove it.
One of Captain America the Winter Soldier's biggest twists is that the evil organization Hydra that Cap battled in World War II survived to the present day. Their heinous agents infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D. and high levels of government. Several of these undercover Hydra agents included previously introduced characters like Senator Stern and S.H.I.E.L.D. agent Sitwell. Although Stern acted against Tony Stark's interests, there was no indication that he or Sitwell were part of a supervillain organization before.
It's a weapon. It's a weapon, Mr. Stark. I hate
Please,
to inform
if
you.
your
It's a
priority
weapon.
was actually the well-being
No, my
of
priority
the
is to get the
American
Iron Man
citizen.
weapon turned over to the people of the United States of America.
Well, you can forget it.
The best explanation for why there were no hints to their sinister intentions is that they weren't planned. But we don't mind this late game reveal because it added more depth and intrigue to these side characters.
But this isn't the place to talk about it. This nice pen. Thank you. Come here. Hail Hydra.
Number 2. The origin of Wanda's powers, Avengers Age of Ultron and WandaVision.
I wondered why only you two survived Strucker's experiments. Now I don't. We will make it right.
Wanda Maximoff is introduced as having telekinetic and telepathic abilities that she acquired after Hydra experimented on her with Loki's scepter. The Mind Stone inside apparently granted her an extremely potent power set. However, during WandaVision, it was revealed that Wanda had abilities prior to her exposure to the stone.
So, little orphan Wanda got up close and personal with an Infinity Stone that amplified what otherwise would have died on the vine. The broken pieces of you are adding up, Buttercup.
She's actually the Scarlet Witch, a prophesized magic user of great power. Retconning the universe is definitely one of her magic abilities. Admittedly, the original explanation was written when Marvel didn't have the rights to most of Wanda's mutant-related origins. Now that they do, we may even see a further shift towards a more comics-accurate Scarlet Witch backstory.
This is chaos magic, Wanda. And that makes you the Scarlet Witch.
Before we get to our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. When the Battle of New York happened, Spider-Man Homecoming. Originally set 8 years after 2012's Avengers, it was retconned to 4 so the timeline worked.
It's time we changed too. A few years ago, I almost lost her, so I trashed all my suits. Then we had to mop up Hydra, and then Ultron. My fault.
Early Cap S.H.I.E.L.D. cameos, Iron Man and Iron Man 2. The lookalike of Captain America's S.H.I.E.L.D. in Tony's workshop was just an Easter egg.
What's going on here?
What's this doing here? That's it. Bring this to me.
Thor wasn't Fury's first alien. Thor and Captain Marvel. Fury implies the Earth learned about aliens in 2011, but he hung out with aliens in the 90s.
Last year, Earth had a visitor from another planet who had a grudge match that leveled a small town. We learned that not only are we not alone, but we are hopelessly, hilariously outgunned.
Did you have a rough day, Agent Fury?
It was cool. You know, had a space invasion, big car chase, got to watch an alien autopsy.
The Rainbow Bridge isn't destroyed forever. Thor and Thor the Dark World. Turns out a couple years and having an Infinity Stone on hand helped make repairs possible.
What are you doing?
Destroy the bridge or let us see her again!
You said you were coming back.
I know, but the Bifrost was destroyed. The 9 realms erupted into chaos. Wars were raging, marauders were pillaging. I had to put an end to the slaughter.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Agent Coulson wasn't gone forever. The Avengers and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Just stay awake. Eyes on me.
Oh, I'm clocked out here.
Not an option.
It's okay, boss.
Retcons don't get bigger and more obvious than bringing a deceased character back to life. During the first Avengers movie, Loki deals a fatal blow to Agent Coulson. The Avengers then go on to, well, avenge him. However, when Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. needed a lead actor that audiences already knew and loved, they brought in Coulson to fit the bill. It was revealed that although he did die, he was resurrected thanks to a special S.H.I.E.L.D. project.
Why bring me back in the first place? Clearly, I didn't think it was the best idea. I warned you about people losing their minds.
Agent May was on top of the situation. She says you're fine. Aren't you?
Coulson's second shot at life allowed him to go on more adventures and uncover the secrets of the project. Sometimes going back and changing something opens up the possibility for so much more.
Before it was torn apart, S.H.I.E.L.D. was a lot of moving parts. Guys like you were the heart. Now, you'll be the head.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.